Idaho Power is facing a lofty fine after coming to the conclusion that they were not operating some of their facilities with the right permits.
And these aren't just any permits. These are permits that regulate the level of pollutants allowed into our rivers. And with 17 hydroelectric plants around the state, that's pretty important.
Yeah.
Idaho Power has apparently been carrying on without these permits for decades. So why did the company not have them? Here's Katya Stepovic.
In the winter, Idaho Power took it upon themselves to self-report pollution violations at multiple dams along the Snake River, Swan Falls being one of them. For decades, Idaho Power obtained permits from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency for the dams to operate appropriately. That's until
EPA and the company had conversations and determined that, according to the federal law at the time, the interpretation at the time, the facilities did not need permit coverage.
Following the dropped permits in the 1990s, Idaho Power continued to operate their facilities in the same manner.
In the mid-1980s, there was a court case, again, a federal court case, that said water that's passing through a facility, if it's already polluted, then the facility is not adding any pollutants to it.
But according to Marianne Nelson, Surface and Wastewater Division Administrator with Idaho DEQ, times have changed, which means for Idaho Power,
they are in violation of not having a permit now.
According to Idaho Power, recent court cases in the Pacific Northwest regarding suits targeting federal dams on the Columbia River prompted them to review their own permit status.
Last summer, we were looking at our various permits through some other lawsuits that are going on in the region and determined that we likely needed permits.
So before someone could report them, Idaho Power reported themselves.
Once we self-reported, we worked the DEQ to come up with some interim measures for us to operate our dams with. Also a schedule to commit to filing applications by in coordination with them. And they ultimately came up with the penalty associated with our responsibility for that.
They are being environmentally responsible in this. They are also being responsible in coming forward.
At around $73,000 per facility, with 15 of them operating without permits, Idaho Power is now facing $1 million fine. Ryan Adelman, Vice President of Power Supply with Idaho Power, says discharge permits allow and regulate facilities on how much grease or oil and temperature can be discharged into water at the facilities. So one has to wonder, what was the impact on the Snake River without them?
We've been very proactive in eliminating sources of discharge as a result of just ongoing upgraded projects and various oil and grease monitoring technologies. Whether it's security or environmental, everything is becoming more restrictive. And while we don't anticipate operations to change, we certainly want to make sure that we're in compliance with what's required.
We're still looking and making sure that there isn't a major impact to the overall water quality in the Snake River from these potential activities.
Now, both parties have come to a mutual agreement on the settlement, but DEQ wants the public to weigh in. You have until May 9th to do so. We'll get you more information over on our website, ktvb.com. At Swan Falls, Katya Stepovic, Idaho's News, Channel 7.